Hello and welcome back to another Benchwarmers podcast episode. Today we have a different episode, not recapping anymore. We are going to be previewing the F1 season as that is now just around the corner with reveals and all that happening at the end of this month and the first race in Australia in 5 weeks' time, which I am very excited about and I cannot wait. But Harrison, I know you wanted to start us off talking about rookies because as we know there are now 6 new rookies on the grid. I think this is one of the largest rookie class we've had for a while. I think 30% of the grid is now rookies. So obviously, let's bring it to you as you have a favourite to look out for, don't you?
Yeah, one of my favourites would be Oliver Bearman, but just because he was the youngest ever driver for Ferrari last season, and I think he's been really good in the first season and achieved something special going into his career in Formula One. What do you think, Matt, about his progression into the league?
I think you are overestimating him a little bit.
Why is that? Come on. That's a little bit harsh, I think.
He's driving for Haas.
Yep.
That should be your instant red flag, right?
He's a little bit red flag, don't get me wrong.
Haas just aren't, as a rookie, right, it either makes or breaks you. Because we saw that with Mick Schumacher and that other guy, the Russian dude. I don't really want to name because, he is not a very safe guy.
Okay.
Obviously Nikita Mazepin, you won't know him, but all that. But we saw what Haas did with Mick Schumacher in his rookie season. Not great. Although Ao Komatsu, who is now the Haas team principal, he does seem to be changing that team around. And if Ocon can not beat Ocon for a few races and actually just teach and share his experience with them, and then maybe yes, he could settle in nicely and get some good points. But we are talking about Ocon here, who is known to fight his teammates, crash into them quite often, and Haas just are just Haas. They've not had a good track record in the past.
So you're saying if Ocon doesn't, warm up to Oliver Bearman, doesn't like him that well, let's say if he's doing a little better than Ocon himself, it might cause a little bit of a rift and might have a little rivalry in their own team.
Exactly that. I mean, previous seasons, right? Ocon, when he was partnering Sergio Perez in Force India, smashing into each other nearly like every week, hated each other. Massive rivalry in that team, which forced Perez to go to Red Bull in the first place, and Ocon to go to Renault and all that. He hates his teammates. I don't know why. He puts on this like friendly persona. And then behind closed doors, I think he clashes heads with his teammates. And I think Gasly, when he was teammates with him, kind of shine a light on it. But I think Gasly and Ocon, they had a heated rivalry before F1 as well. They just didn't like each other that much.
Yeah.
So it depends how Ocon views Bearman. If Ocon is number one driver, I think he might lay off a little bit less than if he was number two.
Yeah.
Which I see. I think he will be number one driver just because Bearman's a rookie.
That's definitely an interesting element, isn't it, to add into their team settings, because it could go either one or two ways. Maybe they'll either become really good friends and compete together, or they'll butt heads and potentially crash into each other, or hit him crash on purpose and not really. I don't see the point in crashing into your own teammates because it's sort of just sort of detriment your own sort of position and your own reputation in the sport. Or what's the point? Because then people won't want to, help you out and be friends with them. I don't know. Not trying to say, but it's a bit of a weird when you got a teammate and you're trying to cause a disruption there. Like, what's the point? I don't understand that. But
yeah, well, it's always about being like the better driver. You want to earn your place and you want to be put ahead of the other one. So if Bearman starts overperforming and he's like absolutely blowing Ocon out the water, then it might get a bit heated between the two. Because
I understand that, but that doesn't need to get physical, does it? That's just a bit silly from my point of view.
Well, this is just what it's like in F1. Okay. You get these kind of drivers who are just aggressive on and off track.
Yeah.
And I think Ocon secretly is one of those drivers. He likes to throw his shoulder out a little bit here and there, kind of like Max.
Yeah.
But not like Max, because at least Max can control himself a little bit. Well, some people will agree, but it'll be interesting to see what Bearman can do in that Haas team, because they have changed a lot. I think they got a new race engineer or someone. Not even that. I think they've got someone in who I think Bearman could really benefit off of. And, Ocon has been in the sport for a decent amount of years. So, again, if he doesn't get angry or aggressive and just shares his experience and, teaches Bearman like a proper like F1 experience, then I think Bearman could flourish in that team. But forgetting about Haas now.
Just quickly before we forget about Haas.
I want to forget about Haas though.
Before we forget about Haas, what's the highest position he can achieve in the league this season, do you reckon, Oliver Bearman?
Well, you keep saying league, mate.
Not league, whatever. Okay.
In the standings, right? So
you know what I'm trying to say? It's the same thing, really, isn't it? Come on. Get in the TikTok comments, please. League format is the same thing as a table. Come on, whatever. Standings, table, league, it's the same thing.
Nah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, I mean, know what you're saying, but you're wrong.
Okay, whatever.
It's fine. It's a good question though, because Hulkenberg he got pretty high last year.
Could he get top 10? Like,
on a good day, yeah, he could easily get a top 10.
Yeah, I think he can as well.
Like anyone on their day, he could get a top 10 finish. That's just how it goes. If like 5 people crash out in DNF, then you only have 5 people to overtake and get 10th.
Could he get any podiums this season?
No.
No podiums?
Haas are not getting a podium.
Haas are not getting a podium?
I'm telling you now, Haas are not getting a podium. There's not a chance. There's not a chance. You got Red Bull, you got McLaren, you got Mercedes, Ferrari, and then you got potentially Alpine or Aston Martin who would get podiums.
Yeah, both of them.
No other team are getting a podium. I'm telling you now.
Maybe at the end of the season, you don't know.
No.
Alpine at the end of last season, they did very good.
They got lucky for one race.
You didn't think they would do. Yeah, you never thought they'd get lucky though, did you? You never think they would win a race, and they did.
Haas will never get a podium this season.
Okay.
Do you want to place a bet on that?
No.
Well then, no. They're not getting a podium.
No, I think they can definitely build upon being midfield contenders at least, bare minimum. I reckon they could get a few top 10 finishes. Maybe, I reckon the highest they could probably get is probably like 6th or 7th. But other than that, I couldn't see them getting any podiums or anything either, to be fair.
No.
But maybe in a few years' time, who knows? If they, work well together, then maybe not 2 or 3 years' time, you never know.
I don't think they will.
Okay.
But can we forget about Haas now? Because there's some more exciting talents than Oliver Bearman and Haas.
Go on then, who do you think is the more exciting talent for you?
Well, Let me
guess.
Take a guess.
Red Bull's new driver, Liam Lawson.
We have a new driver in our lineup. That isn't Sergio Perez.
Look at the smile on his face.
I'm quite excited about it, I mean, I personally highly rate Liam Lawson, right? I think he's a great driver. He came in for 6 races last season and he instantly showed like aggressiveness and the willing to do better in the sport.
Okay.
He got a few points finishes. He got Daniel Ricciardo kicked out. A little sad about that. But, I don't mind because I quite like Lawson. And he's joined us now. And I think that's what we need, to be fair, because he'll act as a great number 2 driver for us, especially behind Max. Because, let's be honest, anyone who joins in Red Bull now while Max is there, they're going to be number 2. And I think they have to deal with that. And I think Lawson, as he's been a Red Bull driver for his entire career, he will understand the team dynamic well. He'll know the people. He'll be familiar with the team and what they expect of him. And obviously, he's met Max before, so I think they get along okay.
Yeah,
I'd say. Might be different on track, if they're fighting or whatever. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be quite exciting to see a young driver, take this team a bit higher than we were last year.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think out of all the 6 rookies, he's definitely up there as one of the best. Don't get me wrong, but I think there's potential where if he doesn't start off well, and he drops a few stinkers here and there, Red Bull do have a tendency to drop their drivers.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, is that a case? Who knows? Maybe let's say it's 10 races in and it's not going so well. Lawson might be able to drop from the team and he might have to look elsewhere. Do you reckon that could happen, Matt?
Easily, yeah. Because, we've had a couple of examples in the past of that. We've had, Gasly and Albon both being dropped mid-season by us. And, Gasly quicker than Albon, because Gasly, he only lasted half of 2019 and before Albon replaced him.
Okay.
And then Albon's only survived a year or a year and a half.
Yeah.
So...
And they've both gone on to do some decent stuff in the sport.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Before 2021, Gasly was arguably the 3rd best driver on that grid.
Yep.
Because ahead of him was only Lewis and Max. Gasly was by far the best of the rest. And then Albon, he's doing good things at Williams. So he's obviously doing quite well after leaving us. But Lawson's going to have to watch out, right? If he doesn't put in these performances week in, week out and get us points... I'd say if he's not getting 6 or above,
yep,
at least every race, then he is likely to be dropped.
I think you're having too much high expectations.
As a team.
You can't be finishing
No, I'm
sixth.
sorry, but as a team who has
No.
won multiple championships, is currently the reigning world drivers champion there.
Okay.
He needs to be getting above sixth. This is the whole reason why Perez is now gone.
I know, but he's a rookie driver, though, isn't he? You can't be expecting.
No excuses.
I think that's too much high expectations on him.
No excuses. I'd say minimum he has to get 8th or above.
Okay, then maybe was the highest he finished last season.
Well, this is a different thing. I think he got 8th or 9th in your team.
That's higher than I was expecting, to be honest.
Good.
Yeah. No, I think lower the expectations a little bit on Liam Lawson. You don't want to put too much pressure on him to begin with. You know, asking him to finish 6th is a little bit too high for me.
I don't think it is.
I think it is. I reckon as long as he can get top 10 finishes in the first 10 races, I think keep him there for at least the whole season.
Yeah,
or half the season. I don't know. I think just.
But the thing is, right? If we keep him, like, as just do your best.
Yeah.
Right? Get these positions here and there. You know, we'll give you a year to get used to it. Our championship title is like.
Yeah, I suppose
it's going to be gone.
So.
Like,
You
realistically,
won't be winning the drivers' construction, would you?
no, we will be winning drivers easy. You're talking about Max Verstappen here, right? He's going to win his drivers like on his own.
Oh, the team one, sorry, not the
But like
team
constructors, when you've got
Yeah.
the likes of Ferrari who are looking strong, you've got McLaren who are obviously the reigning ones. They're going to be putting a much better fight than what we are if we're just saying, Lawson, you know, do what you can. We're not going to get rid of you. Just get used to us for a year. That's our chances for the constructors gone. So we're going to have to decide early on whether or not the constructors is that important to us or not.
Yeah, no, I think it's difficult because I reckon McLaren will go back to back repeats there.
Got too high hopes for them.
No, I reckon McLaren are going to do it.
No,
They go on a two-peat.
No, they're not gonna go
I
back
think
to
they will. I
back.
think they will. But okay then, so that moves on to another rookie in the sport, you know, because now we've mentioned two people we like, but will Kimi Antonelli, I think that's how you say his name, is he a bigger talent than both of these drivers we've mentioned so far, or you know, is he the best talent going into the season?
Well, Mercedes certainly thinks he is. You know, I think I'd like to say he's not.
Okay.
But that's only because I haven't watched him. But I know his stats in like Formula 3 have been quite good. You know, he's won quite a lot, and that's like the sole reason Mercedes have hired him and given him a job. But again, he is 18.
Yep.
He's going to be, unless he is literally a reincarnation of Max Verstappen in his junior year, where he won his first race at Red Bull. If Kimi wins his first race at the Mercedes,
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
no,
That'd be such a shock, honestly.
it'd be a damn shock. But you know, I don't see that happening, especially
but
in Australia.
that storyline would be fantastic.
God,
Don't you think, for
nah.
Mercedes? He's replacing one of the greats in Lewis Hamilton, right, at Mercedes. He's becoming their number 2. You've got George Russell at number 1. That whole element is such fascinating as well because, you know, it's George Russell's first time being a number 1 driver at a team.
Well, no, because he was number 1 at Williams.
He was number 1 at Williams. Never mind, I don't know my stuff. I wasn't watching it back then. But yeah, I still think there's a good element there. Maybe he could do well. What could be his highest finish, do you reckon, in a season?
Podium easily. Like Mercedes, if they get their act together right and they actually build a half decent car, which they haven't done for 4 years, then yeah, they can get podiums. But it'll depend on the race.
For Kimi Antonelli, he can get a podium.
He can get a podium. George, he should be expected to get podiums. If Russell doesn't get a podium, I'd say get rid of him. Because if he's not getting podiums, why is he there?
That's interesting you say Kimi Antonelli can get a podium, but Liam Lawson can't.
I never said he can't.
He said highest finish 6th.
No, I'd say minimum finish if he doesn't get a minimum finish of 6th.
Okay. I was trying to trip you out there. I was trying to trip you up. No, I'm not liking this Oliver Bearman slander. How he said he would finish.
He's
top
in
10,
Haas. He's not going to get higher than that.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Back to Mercedes quickly. How well do you think they will do this season?
You see, I don't like Mercedes, right?
Don't like Mercedes.
I'm not a fan of Mercedes.
Why is that?
I just don't like
The
it.
whole Hamilton thing.
Oh, I didn't like Hamilton. Didn't like Mercedes. Even though Hamilton's not there anymore, I don't like Mercedes. Realistically, third.
Yeah.
Because I'd want to
Or
I'd want to say Red Bull and then either Ferrari or McLaren
Oh yeah.
in top 2.
I reckon Mercedes 4th then. Yeah, I reckon
Actually, yeah,
fourth,
I'll
fourth or
agree.
fifth.
I'll actually agree with that. 4th or 5th.
Because I think Ferrari will get third.
Yeah, but then who would get if they got 4th or 5th? Right, it's either Alpine or Aston Martin, and I don't see either of those driver lineups getting better. So I'd say 4th is probably where they most likely will be.
Yeah, probably Aston Martin 5th.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say no. Actually, I would say Aston Martin 5th probably.
Okay, but we'll go back into that later on anyway. But just ending the Kimi Antonelli chat, then just quickly, what did you think about his season overall? Do we think he can become a good driver in the sport?
I think anyone can become a good driver, if they get a team behind them that backs them up and listens to their feedback about what the car needs and what it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the same with Lawson, it's the same with Bearman, it's the same with Doohan, Colapinto, Bortoletto. If they all had good cars, good teams, anyone can win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw that with McLaren last year. They had a good car, and even Norris being as mid as he is, he still managed to get wins and get podiums.
So rude.
I mean, he is a bit average. He's bum average.
Not.
He's bum average.
No,
let's be honest.
Not.
He is not that talented.
I
could go into a half an hour argument
in the sport. He's
no.
probably like the third best.
I could go into a half-hour argument about why Norris is not that good.
He's the third or fourth best, top 3 at least.
4th.
Nah, I'm saying third.
It easily goes Verstappen, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Hamilton, Russell,
Carlos Sainz,
then Norris. Actually, no, it doesn't even go Norris. It goes Piastri then.
Carlos Sainz is Williams now.
Yeah,
I don't think
I guarantee
good.
Sainz will do much better than Norris will.
Nah, it's the car. The car will let him down, I think.
The car will let him down, but Sainz
he's
is
not
by
gonna,
far
he's
a better
not going to win
driver.
more than Norris, so is he?
No, but Sainz is by far a better driver. If you put both of them in the same team, Sainz blows Norris out the water.
I don't want to disagree with that.
You need to agree. You need to agree. I'm right. Sainz would absolutely destroy Norris in the same car.
I don't want to disagree, but I feel like Norris. You got to back the British driver. Come on, there's got to be some bias towards it a little bit.
No.
You want to see a British driver do well.
No.
I think he is.
I don't support British drivers.
I think he is top 3.
I don't support British drivers. I wouldn't say that.
They won the driver. Not is it drivers or the team. I'm always forgetting.
And I'd say that's because Piastri was there to help. Piastri did just as well as Norris.
And that's one of the best team in the sport. Yeah,
Moving on.
Yeah, move on, please.
Final 2 segments, right, of this episode.
Of course.
We got predictions for the season.
Yep.
And then we got a quiz. Because we all have a quiz in the end. So what do you want to do first?
Have we spoke about who is the best team in the new season, or we're not going to that?
Well, we've hit 20 minutes, so I want to see what you want to do now. Predictions, quizzes.
I think predictions and quizzes.
So predictions then, and people in the comments, you can leave your predictions as well.
Okay.
Who do you think, Harrison, will be the Drivers' World Champion?
Bear
in mind, I will judge you based on your decision.
You're always going to judge me, aren't you? Either way, I can't. There's no winning this, is it?
No, but give your opinion.
Now,
it's gonna be wrong.
It would be easy just to say Max Verstappen's going to go and do it once again. But is that slightly boring? I don't want to predict the same thing every single year, unlike some over there opposite me. I think I might choose McLaren, and I might choose Lando Norris to get the Drivers' World Championship, because I think he was so close last season. I think he's going to do one better last year.
He wasn't close.
He was close.
He wasn't close.
Come on, he was so close.
He wasn't close. He was nowhere for the first half of the season.
Nah.
He's not going to win. I'm telling you now.
But
I literally just said before this, he's not that good. He's not going to win it.
No, but could he not build up that momentum on the second half of the season and bring it into the start of this season? No. Why not? Why not?
I just don't see him doing it.
McLaren,
I'll be honest.
fantastic.
I don't rate him as a driver.
Okay, man, but that might be a crazy shout. It's okay. So for me, it's either Max Verstappen or someone like.
Do you know who I'd say?
Leclerc?
Do you know who I'd say?
Hamilton?
Obviously Max.
Hamilton?
No. I think Hamilton's on his retirement bed, let's be honest.
Well, he's not Ferrari, can't be.
Yeah, no, but he's close to retiring. But I'd say it's either going to be Verstappen or Leclerc. One of those two. If Ferrari has a good car, and if they have good strategies during races, Leclerc will win it. I'm calling that now. If they can keep their act together for a whole season, Ferrari and Leclerc will win it.
For me, it's just a hard one with Ferrari because they've got 2 number 1 drivers in their team, and I think that element will sort of distract their whole setup and sort of be a be a bit of a distraction for their team.
That is the.
And I don't think
that
it's
is like
going to
the
work
only.
out.
That is the only reason why I see them not winning is because they've got that clash of
Yeah.
two number ones. If they organise it right,
Yeah.
if Leclerc's like winning by a certain amount of points, like 100 points ahead of Hamilton,
Mm-hmm.
prioritise Leclerc, he will win it, guaranteed. But
Yeah,
if they don't prioritise someone early, then they won't win and they'll lose out.
I just think they're like too big of egos, and I think that egos will just clash maybe. But you never know. It might work out. Hamilton had George Russell, who's probably a similar-ish level to Leclerc. Obviously, Leclerc is a little bit better, but I think they are. Come on, don't look at me like that, Matt.
Russell is not on the same level as Leclerc.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's slightly a little bit worse, but
A lot worse.
a lot worse, really.
A lot worse.
Okay, never mind. Okay, fine. Who am I gonna win? Who am I gonna win? I can't really speak now. You put me off, Matt.
Leclerc and Verstappen, those are your drivers' champions. Potentially one of the McLarens. I'd want to say
Yeah,
Piastri
fine,
more than Norris. Those are the three drivers I'd say for my opinion.
So
those are who I
so you
think
think
would win.
Piastri will win it over Norris?
Easily.
No,
Piastri's
come on.
better. Piastri's better. I stand for
No.
Piastri like
I
supremacy.
like Piastri.
I love the
Piastri.
guy. I think he's a much better driver. He's got
Yeah,
a cool
well-
head on him. He knows what he's doing.
If you could take him at Red Bull, you probably would, wouldn't you?
If we had him at Red Bull, we'd smash everyone out of the water.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'd definitely probably over Lando Norris. No, not Lando Norris. Can't speak now. Max Verstappen or Leclerc, then I'd say.
I think that's a fair shout. I think those are
Sort
the
of
two
sitting on the
drivers.
fence a little bit, but those two mainly.
It's not on the fence, but it's probably the realistic shout.
Yeah.
But now constructors, which team is going to win? Obviously, you said McLaren, right? Because they're going to two-peat. They're going to go back to back.
I would
Do you
love
think
that
they're
to
going to do it
happen.
again?
I think you was right in saying Norris had a bad start to the first half of the season, and he sort of built his way up and had a better second half. He was winning more races, getting more podiums. You've obviously got the Oscar Piastri factor in there as well. I think they could do it. They could have a great challenge and challenge Red Bull again for that constructors. Why not? But then you've got other teams in the sport like Ferrari, Aston Martin, Red Bull, of course. Those sort of teams, Mercedes. So who knows? It's a bit of a tricky one. Who do you think?
As much as I hate saying it, I don't think it'll be us. I don't think Red Bull will win it just because we've got a rookie who needs to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, I spoke about it early in the episode. I think if Lawson is not hitting the ground running instantly, we're not going to win the championship. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be Ferrari or McLaren who win it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Me too,
I
agree.
want Ferrari to win it, just because they haven't for years. I think it's been 20-something years since they last won it.
What, the constructors?
It's been a long time.
So when was the last time they won the championship the drivers won?
2007.
They haven't won anything for a while, have they?
They've not won
Bloody
anything
hell.
for a while. It's
I
been
didn't
a long
realise.
time.
And the best chance was probably with Carlos Sainz, not Hamilton.
Yeah, I would have kept Carlos Sainz. I'll be
Yeah.
completely honest. I don't know why they've signed Hamilton, but
No, whatever. I feel Williams probably had more of a chance than Ferrari.
Yeah, but I say, like I said, if Leclerc and Hamilton aren't bashing heads, they can easily get Ferrari the constructors.
Yeah. It's either McLaren or Ferrari, then I'd say.
Yeah, those are my two. But anyway, that's our predictions. Obviously, leave yours in the comments. You might put an outrageous shout saying Sauber or Haas will win it, which will never happen in a million years. But you never know.
Yeah, I've said a lot of bad predictions this episode, haven't I?
You have a little bit.
I'm going to get cooked in
Terrible
the comments.
opinions.
I'm getting cooked in the comments.
You're getting
for
cooked by
sure.
me as soon as we walk out the studio.
Oh, great.
But anyway, moving on. We have some quizzes now. Just to wrap up the episode as we hit 25-minute mark.
Yep.
Who wants to go first? Because we got two quizzes this week. As you know, I have some questions about the rookies, and
Yeah.
Harrison has some questions just about general trivia.
I
So-
think I want to go first to get some redemption from the last couple of weeks where, you did this really hard football quiz for me.
It wasn't that hard. You
It
just
was
didn't have any
difficult.
knowledge.
It was difficult. I've got the best knowledge in the world, right? And Matt, he was asking the most outrageous questions, and I didn't understand why. So,
They were great questions.
we've got 4 questions here, plus a bonus question. It's sort of the same. It goes off the same question, so it's a bit of a bonus one.
All right, go on then.
So we'll start off right. Nice, easy one. You might know this, you might not. You should know it, really, if you're a so-called Formula 1 fan. Okay. So, which Formula 1 team has the most wins in a season? I've got multiple choice if you need that, but...
Most
let's
wins
see.
in a season?
Yeah.
Team?
Yeah.
I'd say Red Bull because we know we won 19 out of 23.
No, that's wrong.
Are these your crap Google questions where you just Google them again?
No. It says here, right, McLaren. Is that right or wrong, Matt? Off your...
From what year?
It doesn't say a year, it just says most wins in a season. Is that right or wrong, Matt?
Red Bull won
Yep.
19 out of 22 something races in 2023. And you're telling me McLaren got more?
Oh, God, these Google questions are wrong. You know what? I'll give you a point for that. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Question number 2.
We'll watch 2023. If anyone argues with me, go watch 23 season again. Max and Red Bull won to 19 races.
I don't think McLaren's beating that, are they?
Unless they went and won everything. Actually, they might have with Senna and Prost. But even then, they had less races back then.
Should I double check quickly?
Nah, do it later. I don't care.
Oh, fine.
That's my backup answer if, I am wrong.
One point.
It'll be McLaren back in when Senna and Prost was back in the day because, they might have won all the races.
Now, okay, question number 2. Obviously, the legend Lewis Hamilton has moved over to Ferrari. But the real question I want to know, right? The real answer I want to know, what colour helmet is Hamilton going to wear for Ferrari?
Yellow.
Okay, yeah.
That's quite easy.
2 out of 2. Fine. Question number 3. How many times did Jackie Stewart win the Formula 1 World Championship? Do you need multiple choice?
Give multiple choice.
Yeah. 5, 3, 2, or 7?
Well, it wasn't 7 because he'd be as good as Hamilton and Schumacher. So he's not that. It's not 5. So it's either 2 or 3.
Yep. It's up to you, mate. B or C? 2 or 3?
I think it's 3. I think you won 2.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
So it was 3.
Yeah.
I see. I knew it was one of them.
Okay, so you got 2 out of 3 so far. Potentially 1 out of 3 if the Red Bull / McLaren answer was wrong.
Well, it solely depends on how many races.
Get in the comments. Right, so Matt was cheating for this question. He actually saw my answers earlier on, so he's going to get this one right. But
didn't cheat.
He cheated. He's looking at my computer. Right. Michael Schumacher was world champion between 1994 and the 1995 season, and in which other years? Multiple choice: 2001 to 2003, 1993 to 97, 2000 to 2004, 2002 to 2004.
2000 2004. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah, you went right. There you go. Okay, so you got 3 questions right, I'm pretty sure.
See, I'm smashing this.
You got 1 wrong. And then the bonus question is, in that season, 2004 season, how many points did Schumacher get in total? I've got multiple choice here.
You're going to have to give me multiple choice. I wasn't even born.
Unlucky. 201, 148, 165, and 101.
Can I phone a friend?
You want to phone a friend? Just throw a number out there.
165.
Oh, close. But no dear, I'm afraid you got that wrong.
Was it 200?
Wrong again. It was 148.
That's not that far off.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So overall, you got 1 question wrong / 2 questions if McLaren Red Bull question was wrong.
I still think I'm right, but unless...
It sounds like you're right. I probably should have double checked that one. But that's my fault, the quizmaster was potentially wrong. That happens sometimes. You can't always be right in life, can you, mate? You can't always be right, can you? So should we move on to yours?
Yeah, I think my questions are much better than yours.
Oh, let's see.
You're gonna enjoy these.
Please don't ask any hard questions, okay? I've only been watching it for a little bit.
Okay. First question.
Only put it to make sure you're happy.
Can I begin?
Go on.
There are 6 rookies on the grid this year.
Yeah.
Who is the youngest one?
Well, I'm going to say the 18-year-old Kimi Antonelli.
Correct.
Yeah.
See, he's got one. He knows what.
There we go. I'll take that. I'm happy.
All right. Second question.
Yeah.
1 of 1.
Okay.
Liam Lawson is joining Red Bull this season.
Of course.
Partnering Max Verstappen.
Of course.
But how many teammates has Max Verstappen had since joining Red Bull in 2016?
You asked me this one earlier. And I think I said 2. Oh, well, there's 2 that I can name. Obviously, you've got Sergio Perez, who just left. And then you've got Daniel Ricciardo. But I think I said to Matt earlier it was either 3 or 4. I can't think. There's got to be another one in there somewhere. So I'm gonna go. There's definitely not 4. I think that's too many. But when I said 4 earlier, you was a bit unsure. Like I got it right.
Say an answer.
Oh. Okay, fine. I'm going with number 3. Is it 3 drivers?
Wrong.
What, 4?
5.
No, 5 drivers. Who? There's only
Ricardo,
been. Yeah.
Gasly,
Oh, we spoke about them earlier. We spoke about those 2 earlier.
Perez,
No.
Lawson.
No, we spoke. So
We
Lawson's
spoke
the
about this in the episode.
No way. So
You got
Lawson's
it
the
wrong.
5th driver.
Lawson's 5th.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. We spoke about it
We
earlier.
did.
How did I forget that?
Clearly not listening.
Oh, God,
Clearly
okay,
not listening.
okay. That's my fault. It's my fault. I'll tie that on the chin. That's all good.
0. Actually, no. 1 out of 2.
Yeah. Excuse me.
The third question.
Yep.
Gabriel Bortoleto
Excuse
has
me?
now earned a seat at Sauber this year
Who's
after
that?
successful seasons in Formula 2 and Formula 3.
Don't have a clue, mate.
But where did he finish in both the F2 and F3 seasons?
I'll leave you out. I barely watch F1, let alone F2. Where did he finish? The highest places?
Which is what?
Yeah, so his highest finishes.
Which is what?
Okay, so that's what you're asking me. I don't reckon he won a race, and I think you're trying to throw me off. Did he get podiums? I'm gonna throw one podium on there. He got 3rd, and he got 6th.
He was champion for both seasons.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Right, well,
Okay, never mind. I thought you were trying to throw me off, saying he wasn't that
No.
good, but
no, he's
it-
champion for 2 years.
so if he's champion, why don't we speak about him? Why don't we speak about Liam Lawson?
That's
he
just how
might
it
do
goes.
better than the other 2.
He's gone to Sauber, so
Oh,
that's not really something to shout about.
so if he's champion, why has he gone to such a
Rubbish
mediocre team?
team. Yeah, I don't know.
Never mind.
1 out of 3.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Not doing well.
I'm doing fabulous.
Final question.
Yep.
Jack Doohan is the oldest rookie on the grid at 22 years old
Okay.
and has rumours
He
of
can't
already...
be a rookie.
Well, he is. First year in F1.
Yeah.
And he has rumours already circling him about being replaced. But who is the driver expected to replace him? Again, we spoke about this earlier.
Did we?
You did.
No, we didn't.
You're not listening
No, we
again.
didn't. We didn't. We
did
did
speak
not.
about this earlier.
We didn't
His
even.
name came up.
No, we didn't.
His name came up.
Okay, for what team?
Take a guess.
Just tell me what team. What team is he drive for?
Well, the guy replacing him.
Yeah,
He's at Alpine.
Alpine.
Hmm.
Alpine. It's not Gasly, is it? Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? I don't know any other drivers because obviously
I'll give you a clue. He was
No,
at
good-
Williams last season. For the last half of the season.
Williams. Oh, this is hard. This is a hard question.
It's really
Matt.
easy.
Matt, this is such a hard
We
question.
mentioned him earlier.
No, we didn't. Williams.
Yes.
He's at Williams now.
No, he was, and then he's gone to Alpine.
Alpine.
He's their reserve.
Oh, Carlo Pinto.
There you go. See, not difficult, is
there
it?
we go.
It's
There
not
we
hard.
go. I was honestly gonna say. I don't know why.
Who
But
were you gonna say?
I had who did I have in my mind? I can't. My mind's gone blank now. I don't even know.
Well, I think if Harrison's lost his mind, can't think of anything, I think that means the episode's now finished.
That
So
was such a hard. That was a hard quiz, Matt.
you got what?
I got
two
out of 4.
I actually don't
2
even
out of
want to
4.
give you the Collar Pinto one.
No, I got 2. No, I got 2 out of 4.
You got 2 out of 4.
Or did
Let's
I
just say
get? Did I
that.
get 3? No, 3
No,
out
you
of 4.
got 2 out of 4. But you know,
I'll take it. 50% is not bad. That's a pass.
it's a pass.
There's a pass in uni.
It's a
I'll
pa-
take that.
It's a pass.
Exactly.
But anyway, that's the end of our preview episode for the F1 season. Obviously, very excited for it to start up in 5 weeks' time. Not far away. It'll go quite quickly. So, thank you for watching again. Make sure to like and subscribe the video. And obviously, follow our social medias as we post there regularly each week. And yeah, it's been fun.